Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for joining me for a video response episode. This one, as you can see by the sign in the background, goes out to John at 3D 80s Kid here on YouTube. Awesome collector out in the Oregon area, mainly vintage baseball, but also gets into non-sports and football. I've been really enjoying the treasure trove of his videos, his archive that exists out there, and just making my way through all of his content. Love John's collection. And to celebrate a recent subscriber milestone, I think it might have been 80 subs, fittingly, he has a VR going on that I wanted to participate in, and he wants to see a side collection. Now, also, my buddies Matt and Tyrus at The Card Story have a VR going on as well, which is pretty much the same topic, side collection. They did say you could combine them into one, but thankfully, my whole collection is like side PCs. I just get into so much stuff, so I'm going to keep them separated, and this one is going to be dedicated to John, a 3D 80s kid, and in his own intro to this VR, he showed some football cards from his youth. So he grew up in the San Francisco, the Bay Area, a fan of the 49ers during a time where they had Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, and we're just killing it, making the Super Bowl seemingly every year, and was fortunate in that sense. So in my own way, my coming of age, years, I had a similar success with my local football team, the New England Patriots. I know I'll catch some flack for this, but I live in New England, so they're the local team. I've always been a fan since I was a little kid. And of course, over the last, really the first 2 decades of the 21st century, they had a dynasty that was just almost unlike anything else in football history. I don't think I'll see anything like it again. And although I don't collect football cards for the most part, tend to stick to baseball, hockey, and soccer, I do have a small number of football cards that I've grabbed over the years. So I put together a trio today for this VR for you, John. And we're going to start with the guy who is honestly one of my favorite players on the team to watch during the height of that dynasty. Future Hall of Famer, tight end, Rob Gronkowski, Gronk. Look at this beautiful card. This is from 2016 Optic, and it is the Holo Parallel, which is really akin to a refractor in the Topps world. This, of course, being made by Panini, manufactured by Panini. Just a gorgeous card. I love Optic Holo from Panini in general, across any sport that they do. I just think the shine is like unmatched. It just looks amazing. Does not have etching within the player, just an outline of etching, but that background shine is glorious. I love that the silver and red part of the team color matching border is also refractive, but the blue up top for the nameplate is matte. So just really nice team color match effect there, and a gorgeous shiny card of a guy who is so much fun to watch every Sunday or Monday or Thursday, just dragging opponents down the field. It was very common that it took, 3 or even 4 defenders to bring this guy down, and you'd see him charging down the sideline, with 2 or 3 guys clung around his thighs or his shoulders, and he's just dragging them along. He was looked almost like a man among boys at times out there. And above all that, though, just had a really fun personality and seemed to really have a blast playing the game of football, almost like he was like a little kid out there. Like, you almost got the feeling with Gronk that he would play even if he wasn't being paid. He just was that kind of player, and really special athlete. Really enjoyed watching him play in person many times at Gillette over the years and on TV, and just a great guy. And then to go with that, of course, wanted to get his counterpart into the VR, a guy that I don't have a lot of cards of, but in my opinion, obviously as a Patriots fan, is the greatest quarterback in the history of football, Mr. Tom Brady. I know I'm probably going to lose some subscribers from making this video, but check out this Tom Brady. Gorgeous, gorgeous card. Same set, obviously, as the Gronk. Wanted to get them paired together. I just love having the quarterback and receiver pair and kind of matching slabs. That really checks the boxes for me. Tom Brady's a very expensive guy to collect, so I don't have a lot of Brady, but I love this one. It's definitely one of my favorite Brady cards that I have. Not really into like his mega expensive stuff, just because football is not a primary sport for me. But this guy was such an amazing athlete with such a track record of success for so long for my local team that I just had to at least have some representation of him in my collection. And love the design in this Optic set in particular, which is Again, you know, that throwback to 1990 Donruss baseball, but done up here with team colors and amazing shine. This guy won 6 Super Bowls with my hometown team, which is just insane. And, you know, furthermore, they just seem to be in the playoffs, if not the Super Bowl, like almost every year of the Brady and Belichick combo. So really happy to have that one with the Gronk. And lastly, it's a card that I picked up just recently to round out the trio. This is actually a coach card here. The Bill Belichick rookie card from Pro Set Football, 1991 Pro Set. Of course, earlier in his career here with the Cleveland Browns, for which he was a head coach prior to his other stops in the NFL and eventual arrival in New England as the Patriots head coach. And, you know, the rest is history. Just awesome. 6 Super Bowls teamed up with Tom Brady. You know, will probably go in the record books as the most winningest coach in history in terms of number of games won. It doesn't appear as though he's going to be hanging him up anytime soon. And for better or worse, I know he's a grump and a grouch, and some people like him, some people can't stand him. He's very polarizing, but I've enjoyed my time as a fan, you know, being spoiled having this guy in charge of the team for the last 20 years or more. It's just every week almost, you know, you're going to be in contention, regardless of who you have on the roster, who's healthy. And certainly back in the day, in the heyday of the dynasty, felt like you were going to win that game every single week. He's just got an amazing dedication to the game of football. And this is a card that I kind of wanted to pick up for a long time, just because he's a special coach that is in my neck of the woods. And for that reason, wanted to have him represented in my collection. And I just think it's really cool to have a Belichick, you know, rookie in the same way that I have a Hank Aaron rookie or a Wayne Gretzky rookie. Just really amazing guy in the history of the game, and someone who will look back on, you know, personality aside, and just I think admire the amount of success that he enjoyed during his time in the league. So that is the third and final card for the VR for John. That is my little football slab side collection. I hope this qualifies. Wanted to kind of do a tribute to you and your 49ers cards that you showed off, and do my own take on it here with some New England favorites. Hope everybody enjoyed this. Definitely stop over and give John a visit at 3D80s Kid if you're not already subscribed. And in the meantime, I appreciate you stopping by here, and I'll certainly be back in the near future with some more sports card content. Until then, take care and enjoy the hobby.